Mindfulness of the body is one of the most important parts of awareness that we can cultivate. And this can be quite tricky if our minds are really busy or we have a history of trauma or PTSD, things that keep us living here in the mind. In fact, most of us live here in the mind. We're thinking all the time about the past, the future, we're daydreaming, we're planning, we're worrying. And so when we sit to meditate and we try to put our awareness into what's happening in the physical body, you know, sometimes you have a meditation teacher tell you to feel into your feet or to feel your belly, and many of us are actually quite numb or find it difficult to keep our awareness here. We just keep coming back up into thinking, into thoughts. And so over the last couple of years with my journey through PTSD, I've developed this technique that is really powerful and really helpful. And I don't do it all the time, although in the beginning when a lot of trauma first came up for me, I did this meditation pretty much every day. So I'm going to show you how to do it, and we're going to just do it together. And if you really are having a lot of trauma or PTSD or difficulties arising when you're meditating, this could be something you do every day. And for the rest of us, it might be just when we're feeling really busy or when we sit to meditate and we find ourselves totally lost in thought. This can be a great way to anchor right here into the body. And to be clear, the Buddha taught the 4 foundations of mindfulness, and the first foundation is the body. So this is the greatest practice. This is the most foundational, the most it's the best anchor to learn to be right here in this body. And for many of us, we don't want to be right here in this body because this body contains all of the pain, all of the sadness, all of the shame, all of the grief that we've ever felt through this life. And so sometimes we come up here into the mind to seek something a little more pleasant or something that we think is more safe. But really, the body is the safest place. The body is the real refuge. So let's get started. I'm sitting intentionally against a wall because this is the best way that I like to meditate when I'm feeling a lot of trauma. You can also sit in a chair that supports the back. But for this particular meditation, I highly recommend taking a seat on the floor. You can sit legs out, which I'll do a lot of in this meditation, or you can sit perhaps like so. There's really no right way to do it. The right way is however you feel the most safe. So take your safe spot. And you might close your eyes, but if you have a lot of trauma, I would recommend leaving them slightly open, just so that we stay a little more grounded to what's happening in the present moment. So mine are going to stay open, but they're going to be downcast, so they might look closed. Take a couple big breaths. And noticing what is the state of the whole body. Is the body relaxed? Is it tense? Is the breath fully expanding into the belly, or is it up in the chest? Just noticing, no judgments. And then we're going to feel into the area where our glutes meet the floor. And then also into the area where our back is against the chair or the wall. And what we're looking for is the most predominant sensation in either the back or the glutes. So where do you feel the most pressure, the most warmth, perhaps the most pleasantness? See if you can really be curious and find that spot, and we're going to call that spot our happy place, where we feel connected and supported and warm. Keeping your attention on this happy place, noticing if it's really a strong sensation or perhaps just a light sensation. And the mind might be coming and going, it might be scattered, that's okay, just let it be as it is. Keep bringing your attention back to this most predominant point of sensation. Great. And then we're going to take our awareness to our right foot. So for many people with trauma, they experience a little bit of, say, numbness or loss of sensation to the extremities, and this might be true for you. So right now, let's just check that out. Feel into the left little toe. Sorry, the right. So let's just check that out. Feel into the right little toe. Can you actually feel what the right little toe is touching? Can you feel any sensations of warmth or coolness or pressure? Or is it just that there's a sensation of the right toe being in existence, that you know it's there, but you can't necessarily feel it? Great, and then we're going to take our hands. We're going to actually touch the right little toe. And you can have your eyes open. But instead of thinking about what's happening in the right little toe, we are just going to touch it. We can squeeze it, scratch it, pinch it, whatever makes sense to you. And I want you to take your awareness into the left little toe and feel that touch. So we could feel from the hand, but we're going to feel from the perspective of the right little toe. So you're really noticing the scratch, the push, the pinch. Great, and we're going to start touching all the toes. So you move to the next one, and then the next, and the next, and then the big toe. And then you can involve both hands here, and you can, get the foot into a comfortable position so you can start to touch the whole foot. But don't let your mind wander. Really bring your awareness into the perspective of the foot. The arch, the heel, the top of the foot. And sometimes if we've had a lot of trauma and there's not much sensation, then we might have to really scratch and pinch. If you're quite embodied, even a light touch will feel quite strong. So there's no judgment there, just noticing what's true for you. Of course, the mind is going to want to wander away, so we keep bringing it back. We try to be as concentrated as we can. Sometimes having the eyes open and watching the foot helps that more. Sometimes it makes it harder, so you just decide for yourself. We're teaching ourselves through touch, using touch, to stay right here in the body, in the present moment. This is one of the best tools for calming the nervous system and for managing our trauma. All right, now we're going to let go of the foot. You can take it out in front of you, you can rest it somewhere, and then keep your awareness in the right foot. Really staying concentrated. What's there in the foot? Is there some tingling now? Vibration? Heat, cold? Can you feel it on the inside and the outside? Does the foot feel more alive? Great, then we're going to switch feet. So before you touch the foot, see if you can find the left little toe. Can you really use this power of awareness and your concentration to see if you can feel the left little toe? Not just knowing it's there in space, but seeing if there's any vibration or aliveness in the toe. Can you sense its boundaries, the edge where it meets the air or the floor or your other leg? Great, and then let's take our hands and begin to touch the left little toe. Really keeping your mind right here in the sensation of touch from the perspective of the little toe. Mind may be wandering, but we got to really concentrate and keep bringing it back. You can use the sense of sight to help you gazing at the foot. And then let's start to touch the whole foot. So each of the toes. And keeping on going, touching the ball, the arch, the heel, the top of the foot, scratching, pinching, touching lightly, whatever works best for you to keep your awareness right here in this sensation of touch from the perspective of the foot. Just a few more. And then release the foot back to the floor or wherever it feels right to you. Relax the hands and keep your awareness in the foot, noticing all the sensations, vibrations, temperature. Can you feel the aliveness of the foot, the boundaries of the foot? Great, now find your happy place again. It might be the same, it might have changed, but feeling into the glutes where they meet the floor, the back where it meets the wall or the chair. What's the most predominant point of sensation? Often, as we start to layer our awareness more fully into the body, there's a sense of more gravity, or that predominant place in your happy place will actually increase. There'll become more sensation, more leaning as you start to relax the body into the floor. The more we relax the body, the more we are supported by the floor. See if you can sense that now. Perhaps noticing the breath. Is it more full? Is the belly expanding more deeply? Often, as we layer our awareness more fully in the body, our breath becomes more relaxed. Great. Let's take both feet out in front of us. We can take this meditation more slowly and do each and every body part one at a time, and I highly recommend this, taking half an hour to an hour to do each part one at a time. But for the purpose of today, we're going to speed it up a little bit. So we're going to touch both lower legs. Again, you can scratch, pinch, maybe just touch lightly. Just start to really move the hands up and down. You can include the knees, the backs of the knees, back down to the feet. Just a couple more. Really staying concentrated, feeling from the legs perspective. And then relax, release the legs. I like to put them straight out in front and just feel. Feel into the tingling, heat or cold, the aliveness of the legs. Maybe your awareness travels down all the way into the feet, sensing the left little toe and the right little toe, the soles of the feet. Sensing your happy place, the most predominant point of sensation in the glutes of the back. Feeling the breath. Feeling gravity. Noticing the level of support you're allowing with the floor. Great. And now let's do the upper legs. Feeling the thighs, the quadriceps. Noticing, are your hands warm as you rub them along your legs? You're not really letting the mind wander away, but staying right here, being concentrated. What's it like from the legs perspective to be touched? Is there pressure? Scratching, pinching? Is it pleasant or unpleasant? Neutral? Just a couple more. And then again, releasing the legs, however that feels right to you, and staying right here in the legs, feeling sensation from the legs perspective. Feeling any part that's tingling, that's alive. And perhaps noticing the whole legs all the way down to the big toes. Feeling that happy place. Is there more allowing into the floor, more allowing of gravity? And how's the breath? Good. And then we're going to take it to the top of the head. So with your fingers starting to feel the hairline, the temples, the top of the head, giving yourself a massage, but keeping your awareness in the head's perspective. What are you feeling here as you scratch or rub? Staying concentrated, staying here, feeling the touch. You can grab both the earlobes and give those a little rub. And then releasing the hands, relaxing, and just feeling the whole head. Staying with the sensations, vibration, tingling, warmth. Good, and let's move to the face. Touching all the parts, the forehead, the eyebrows, the eyes if it feels comfortable, temples and cheekbones. Massaging in and around the jaw and the lips. Really staying present. What do you feel? The more that we can stay concentrated on the sense of sensation, the more we relax, the more we yield to being right here in this body. Release the hands and feel. Notice your happy place. Noticing if you're yielding to gravity. Noticing if the breath can be full and expansive. Let's take our hands to our shoulders. Both shoulders, feeling the back and the top and the front. And we're going to come down one arm at a time. Again, if we were doing this by ourselves, we could take more time, but today we're just going to feel the whole length of the arms, all the way to the wrists. And feeling the hands and really staying present. Don't let the mind wander. Keep it right here. What's it like from the arms and the hands perspective? If you start losing the attention, touch harder. Just a few more touches. Release the arms and hands and breathe. Relax. Feel. We're right here in this body. The body is the safest refuge. Feel your happy place. Notice gravity. Let the breath expand the belly. Good, and then start to rub your back against the wall or the chair. Just have a little wiggle side to side, let the spine slinky a little bit, really staying present to what is happening in the back from the back's perspective. Good, and then touch the chest and the belly. And anywhere you feel that has been missed, maybe the pelvis, the low back, staying present, being right here. You can touch the legs again and maybe the feet. We're just doing one last touch to all the parts. And then let your hands eventually rest right on the belly. You can do it in sort of a hugging kind of motion or one hand on top of the other. You could take one to your heart and one to your belly if that feels better. And I want you to scan once again. Find the left little toe. Be really curious. Can you actually feel sensation in the left little toe, or is it just there in space? Can you feel the left sole of the foot? The right little toe. The right sole of the foot. Letting your awareness run up the legs and then rest in the glutes wherever they touch against the floor or the chair. Feel your back against the wall of the chair. Feel into the eyebrows and the eyes. The mouth and the jaw. The shoulders, down the arms into the hands. Now feel the belly expand into the hands. Just hang out here for 5 to 10 breaths. Eyes can be open to stay grounded, to stay safe. As you breathe, feeling the whole body from head to toe. The whole body expanding as you breathe in. The whole body relaxing as you breathe out. You are here in this body. You are safe. The body is the safest refuge. And you can continue to sit for as long as you like. And if you feel ready, you can bring your palms to touch at heart center. You can bow your head towards your hands. And we offer the fruits of this practice to all beings everywhere. May all beings, including ourselves, feel safe, feel love, and feel happy. Namaste.